In this video, I'm going to show you a case study, an example of something on my website that I sell, that I've sold the very same product for $5,000 and for $20.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
Okay, I'm going to show you the power of pricing, negotiating, and being smart with it. So here is what I sell every once in a while. And by the way, this is just an example. I'm not trying to sell this to you. I'm just using it as the most vivid example of price fluctuation for the same price that I've ever been able to do myself and that I have known anybody else to do. So every once in a while, somebody wants to start a online course company, maybe like a Skillshare or a Udemy, something like that. And the problem is that they don't have courses and they don't have the ability to get people to upload courses to their site. So they need to buy or license courses. And so I have a page here where I promote that. I say, you can buy, license, or white label my courses. And I have a lot of courses, so it's perfect. Now, I've gotten many emails over time about licensing these courses. The emails are from a really wide variety of people and companies. I've had a publicly traded company, like a multi-hundred million dollar company, license my courses, and I've had the most kind of the broke entrepreneurs license my courses. And the pricing has been according. As much as possible, I try to find out when people email me their situation. I don't tell them the price up front. I explain, how the course licensing works, how to do it, the benefits of it, but I never mention pricing here. But I urge people to email me. When they email me, I try to ask them a lot of questions, and I try to get a sense of who they are. If they're working for a company, I know that there's a certain minimum I can quote them. And if they're an individual, I try to understand, are they just starting, or have they started before? Do they have an audience? What are they going to be able to afford that makes sense for them, that's going to make this a profitable thing for them? And if it's a profitable thing for them, they'll be able to afford a higher price. So I ask a lot of questions. Sometimes people come to me, they don't want to waste their time. They come to me with a price they're able to afford. And every couple of times, I've sold this for $5,000 per course. Okay, it's rare, but people just say that. It's not a price that I start with. I don't even start the negotiation with that price, but people, a couple of times, they've just said that price, and I said, okay, that works for me. I wish there was more of people like that. But also, on the other hand, every once in a while, I have just a startup founder, and they're like, well, I'll buy a lot of your courses, but maybe you can give me a really big discount. And I say, okay, I think to myself, well, I'm not going to make a lot of money from this person either way, but I might as well make some. Now, this is controversial because I think many people in my situation would say, no, I cannot come down in price that much. But my philosophy is that, well, if I can earn $200 from this person, even if I have to give them 10 courses, I'll take the $200 because why not? It doesn't make my month, it doesn't really boost my business, but it certainly does not hurt, and I appreciate an extra $200. So I take that, and then I have given people. I don't always take it, but if I see that entrepreneur is likable and I like what they're doing, and we have nice rapport, I have come down to really low prices. Like I've given $20 per course. Of course, that person has bought many courses, so total it was like $200 or $300, something like that. I don't remember, but there have been instances where I've gone a crazy amount lower. On average, when I'm pressed, I tell people, here's my pitch. When I'm pressed for the price, if it's a company, I just tell them $1,000 per course, let's say. And if it's not a company, if it's an individual, I tell them like this, because I don't want to lowball myself, and I don't want to give them excessive sticker shock. So I tell them, hey, I'm used to pricing my courses for companies, and because companies are able to afford more, and so because of that, these are the prices. But if you get a few courses or bulk or whatever, you can either name your price or we can negotiate. And so I let them know that I can come down in price to their level, and then we meet somewhere where it's comfortable for them and also for me. Because even if I do a 50% discount to $500, but they buy a few courses, that's not a bad amount of revenue for not a lot of work on my part. Because for me, the amount of work I have to do is minimal. I already made these courses, so I just have to share them, the Dropbox folder with them, and that's it. So it's easy for me to deliver, almost entirely profit, and that's essentially my negotiation process. The only other thing is I also try to disqualify a lot of people, because I try to keep the negotiation relatively simple, only to exchange a couple of emails for me to understand if this person is serious or not serious. If they're not serious, forget it. Don't want to waste mental energy. But if they're serious, that is a really, a lucrative client for not that much work. So it's a really good business. And here, and I think hopefully now with my case study that I know in and out and I was able to share it, hopefully that gives you a sense of how to negotiate your own situations.